Now, I've been tying quite a few salmon flies just in the last week or so. Now this is a basic sort of shrimp type pattern. It's a claret type shrimp that I tie. It's a colour combination that works really well. Now, another popular style is the flamethrower style. Now I'm going to basically use this colour combination but tie it as a flamethrower, and it's a very popular style. It swims well and catches a lot of fish. So, but I'm going to tie it on. In this case, you can see this is a gold hook, this is a Salar hook. The Patriot hook, the tie, or the Magni double, there's quite a few they can get the gold hooks now, so I'm just using up these ones I have. This is equivalent to a size 8. The thread I'm going to be using is a Uni-80 in red. Now I've waxed the thread, so I'm going to start at the eye. Just going to come down maybe a dozen turns or so, and then I'm going to tie in the way down some gold oval tinsel, just for the tag. So catch it on the top. It can be top or bottom, it's up to yourself. So basically just going to run this down to I'm in line with the point of the hook, which is there. I'm going to form a tag by winding down, so round the bend slightly, 4 turns. Then I'm going to bring the oval tinsel between the hooks, I don't know if you can see that, just between the hooks and underneath. I'm going to catch it in. Oops, missed it there. Try again. Keep it tight. Basically what this does, it locks in the tag at the back. So I'm going to come up about, say, halfway, and then fold it back, bring back down. Now for the back of the fly, I'm going to be using this here. This is a hot orange Uni-Floss. You can see it's a fluorescent orange. I've got a length on my desk, so I'm going to catch it in. Basically, normally you'd be winding, if you were tying on standard shrimp, like you'd be winding the tail in just now. But basically what you're doing here is you're taking it up, so, and away from the bend. So we wind at this point here, catch it in, 3 or 4 turns to make sure it's secure. Trim that away. And bring my rib up. You're looking around 3 to 4 turns. Secure it in. Just look at this being a head length here, so you're securing it in a head length there. Now the middle hackle for this fly is a claret, so I'm going to put on the claret hackle. Now I'm going to tie this in, looking at the best of this feather. This is just a Chinese cock hackle, so you tie it in. You can tie it in near the tip, which I do a lot because it's much easier at times. I'm looking for the best fibre here, so I'm looking around about here. So I'm going to take the tip away. Just going to catch this in. Just make sure you wax your thread. 2 or 3 turns down, pull it back, nice and tight. And then I'm going to break this off. Now I'm going to fold the hackle. Use my edge of my scissors to do that. You can hear it. It's just the leading edge, it's the edge it's going onto the hook first. So we put in a few turns. Happy with that. Just 90 degree bend in, make sure it's secure. In this case I'm trimming the length of the second part of the body. I usually like to make sure that's secure, and then come back down. That's fine. Now, for basically it's the tail of the fly, I'm going to use claret bucktail. Now I'm not going to overdo it, so a length, at least twice the length of the hook. So you imagine the tail, if you're putting a shrimp tail on, just get the length there. So you put that up into the wing and trim away the excess at this point. Wax your thread, secure it in, nice and tight. Keep everything as smooth as possible. It's fine. Now I've got some gold Krystal flash. It's very long, this. So a single strand. Just going to double up on it. Tie it on the top. Fold it back. Just trim away the excess. Keep this for your next fly. Enough there for your other fly. You don't want to overdo flash. Just I like enough. Now for the second part of the body, I'll give a oval gold tinsel. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to carry on up with the thread. Now give yourself plenty of room. Just catching this underneath as you can see, wind the thread down. Plenty of room at the head area here to tie in. We tie in 2 hackles plus jungle cock. Then I'm going to wind gold tinsel down. You could use just normal gold. You've got a fibre, just leave it. Nice and tight. Just going to go back a bit. Let me space there, so I'm just going to tidy that up. If you're not happy with a fly, just go back. .90-degree bend into the oval tinsel just to make sure, basically locks it in when you tie it down. Bit of wax. Now what I'm going to do is get a rump feather. This is basically, in the original you see the tails get the rump feather. So I'm going to tie in the dyed red. It's a nice blend of colour, and then the hot orange. So I'm keeping to the same colour combination, which I know works. Just make sure I get a nice bright feather. And obviously with the rump feathers you get you don't get a huge mix of length fibre, they're all much the same. So we've got one here. You're not going to get many turns. Tie in by the tip here. Make sure the wax is on your thread. I'm just going to fold the tip back. Make sure it's secure and it's there. I'm not going to pull this one off, I'm just going to trim it. I'm going to fold the fibre back with my fingers. You're happy? So you're only going to get maybe a couple of turns. Catch in the stem, make sure it's secure. Trim away. Jungle cock, I'm going to put the jungle cock on first. So I've got 2 jungle cock eyes. I want them quite long, shrimpy like. So tie them the way back, so up into the wing. Catch them in either side with 2 or 3 turns. Looks fine. Secure them in. Fold it back for security, I like to do that. You can break these off, keep the thread tight. If you don't like breaking them off, just trim them away. Wax your thread now. I've got a hot orange. This is a hen. So I'm just going to tie a nice hen hackle. Tie it in by the tip. Just going to reveal the tip of the hackle. Catch it in, fold it back. Nice and tight. Now make sure you wax your thread, make sure there's a base of thread down, the wax thread. It just holds the hackle while you wind it. Trim away the tip. Just gonna. Now you could use a cock hackle, which I do with the flamethrower a lot, but I want a nice fibre, a nice soft fibre, a thick fibre as well, and the hen hackle will give you that. So I want it for colour and movement, obviously. So I may use up most of the hackle. Depends on how it goes. It's fine. 90-degree bend into the stem. Make sure it's secure. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the thread tight and break that off. Tidy up. Just take your time, make sure you tie in your hackle. Looking not too bad. I'm not too fussy, I'm just making sure it's tied in and things are tidy. And the whip finish. I'm going to brighten the head up using the Glo-Brite floss. Now this is the floss I'm going to be using. This is a Glo-Brite floss. Number 3, if you can see it there. Which is a nice red. So what I'm going to do is just tie over the top. Basically it's just replacing the varnish, the red varnish. So come up, break this off. Keep it nice and tight. Oops. Get a nice head. Trim away your floss. It's basically on and off. And there we are. That's the flamethrower. Now because I've used the floss, I'm going to be using super glue here. Basically the main reason it dries quick, it helps to keep the floss nice and bright. If you use varnish, it soaks in and dulls it down a wee bit. Just at this point, because I'll be using varnish once the super glue is dry. Just take my time. As I say, the super glue dries very quick. You can varnish the head a lot quicker. So anyway, there we are. That's the Claret Flamethrower. All I've done, as I say, I've used the colour combination of a shrimp pattern, this here, and changed the style. So I went for that style to the flamethrower. Both good patterns, both will give the same impression in the water, that nice shape, shrimpy shape. As I said, flamethrower is very popular in the UK, it's in Ireland as well, depending where you are. As I say, it is a good style. Just placing the fibre here with the bobbin holder so you can actually see the colours. And there we are, that's the Claret Flamethrower. As I say, it's a nice pattern, it's one I'd certainly recommend and give it a go. So thank you again for watching, and until next time.